Grand rising or bright blessings to all of my petal patrons here on May the 1st, 2023. Happy Beltane. Happy releasing the old energy, stagnant energy, so that we can bring in some beautiful new consistent energy coming up here. Now, we have 10 transits that are taking place today. So there's going to be a lot of energy. Now, some of it could be considered confusing for other people, but I want to try to break down exactly what's going on, because the big kicker for me is that the 1st through the 8th house are all in scope, minus Leo just a little bit because we had enough of that last week. But the 1st house of Aries, the 2nd house of Taurus, the 3rd house of Gemini, the 4th house of Cancer, Leo was the 5th, the 6th house of Practical Virgo, which is the moon energy we're in now, the 7th house of relationships, which is our Libra energy, of course, and then Scorpio in our 8th house. That's a lot of activation energy, and it doesn't matter what your signs are. You're going to be affected in one of these energies. It's happening, sweetheart, okay? Now, the big energy for the day is that we have Pluto going into retrograde position, which means that it's going to it'll take the sting out of the shock and awe and some of those different things that popped forward, and will allow us, whilst we get through the month, to start to really deal with the shit that popped up when Pluto went into Aquarius, and it's going to start to roll back into Cappy. So just know that things are going to slow down just a little bit. However, for the month of May, and one of these activations are getting ready to come up, boundaries and restrictions are asking you specifically today to be dissolved with as much ease and grace as you possibly can. Now, a lot of 2nd house, because not only is Pluto going retrograde today, but we also have a conjunction between the Sun in Taurus and Mercury in Taurus. And so it's a lot of energy around finance today, a lot of energy around structures, a lot of conversation going on around business dealings and what needs to change and who do I need to involve in the structure and all these things I'm trying to bring forward. That's a lot of conversation today. The other thing that takes place is that we have a square that's taking place with Venus in Gemini, but it's again not negative in my opinion, because it's going to open up these boundaries of restrictions and energy problems that we've had with communication, especially with our devoted partners in a lot of areas, or our strong family members. Now, the moon is going to switch into the sign of Libra late tonight, so about 11 o'clock-ish, and then it will have a follow-up with a trine with that Pluto and Aquarius energy. So it will start to harmonize. A lot of things are going to pop up. I wouldn't make any strong decisions today, but at least you're going to start moving forward. If you haven't dealt with it, you're going to have to start facing some things.